You ever have one of those amazing ideas for a movie pop into your head, but then you think about, scripts, cameras, casting, all of it, and it just feels like way too much? Well, what if you could take a simple idea and turn it into something truly cinematic right from your web browser? That's the whole idea behind a new tool called LTX Studio, and we're about to see just how it pulls it off.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Making a movie the old-fashioned way it's a huge undertaking. It's complex, it's expensive, it takes forever. You need whole teams, tons of equipment, just a mountain of resources. But this one question, it totally flips that entire model on its head.
And that's exactly where LTX Studio steps in. It's a platform built to answer that very question. It's this all-in-one AI tool that basically puts an entire film studio in your hands, and all it asks you to bring to the table is an idea.
Now, what's really incredible here is that this isn't some clunky, heavy piece of software you have to download and install. Nope, LTX Studio runs completely in your browser. You just log in and you start creating. This makes it so accessible whether you're, say, an indie creator working on a passion project or a marketer who needs a visual story like yesterday.
Okay, so how does this whole creative journey actually kick off? Well, it all starts with the most fundamental piece of any story, right? The idea itself. Let's dig into how that little spark becomes something you can actually see. The starting line could not be simpler. You can either just type out a concept, something like a detective discovers a glowing artifact in a rainy, futuristic city, or, if you're ahead of the game, you can upload a full script you've already got. The system just takes it and runs with it.
The whole thing is really broken down into these 4 super logical steps. You start with your idea, which then generates a visual storyboard that you can tweak and get just right. From there, you bring it all to life with motion and all those final touches, and then boom, you export your creation. It's simple, it's clear, and it is seriously powerful.
And right here, this is where the real magic kicks in. It's this idea of real-time storyboarding. This is not one of those things where you type something, wait a minute, and then see what you got. No, as you make your edits, as you tweak a prompt or adjust a scene, the visuals change instantly. You get this amazing, fluid feedback loop that lets you perfect your story on the fly. All right, so once your basic story is laid out, the real directing begins. This is where you get to zoom in, moving from those broad strokes to the super fine details, really crafting the specific look and feel of your world, and of course the characters in it. And to do that, you get a whole suite of specialized AI tools. It's like opening up a director's toolkit. You can edit motion, you can reference a specific visual style, say from a film you love, and you can even use generative AI to add or remove things right inside a scene. It's all about giving you that pinpoint control so the shot you get is the shot you had in your head. And that level of control, it absolutely extends to your characters. You are not stuck with generic-looking people here. The AI character generator lets you define everything: their clothes, their style, their ethnicity, their gender, making sure you can build a cast that genuinely represents the story you're trying to tell. And hey, don't just take it from me. This is a quote from an early user over on Discord, and it just perfectly captures that wow moment of the platform, taking these complex ideas and making them real, visually, in a matter of seconds. So, a silent storyboard is cool, but a movie, well, it needs movement and sound to really feel alive, right? This is that final production stage where you add all that dynamic, emotional layering. This is where you really get to put on your cinematographer hat. You can control camera movements, a slow dramatic pan or a quick zoom in for effect, and you can direct how your subjects move within the scene. It's all designed to give you that authentic cinematic feel. And then, of course, you've got sound. LTX Studio gives you these professional-grade audio tools to build out a complete soundscape. And we're not just talking about dialogue here. We're talking about the subtle background noises, the musical score, the sound effects, all the things that create true atmosphere and pull you in. And this slide just illustrates that difference so perfectly. On one side, you have visuals telling a story. It's fine. But then you add that rich, layered soundscape, and you transform it. It becomes an experience, something that can make you feel a real emotion and pull you right into that world. So you put all of these pieces together. What does it all mean for how we create things? It's not just about making filmmaking easier. It's about fundamentally changing how stories get from someone's imagination onto the screen. This new AI-powered way of working has a massive impact on 3 key things: speed, collaboration, and accuracy. And lets creators try out ideas way faster, work together more smoothly, and get their initial vision to the final cut with just incredible faithfulness. Let's actually look at what that means in numbers.
First up, creative iterations are 200% faster. Now, what does that really mean? It means in the time it used to take you to try one idea, you can now try 3. It just blows the doors open for experimentation, letting you make bolder, more interesting choices without the risk.
Next, collaboration is 3 times faster. Think about it. Because everyone's working in the same shared space, right in their browser, teams can give feedback and make changes instantly. No more of that endless back and forth, sending huge files and just waiting for things to render.
And this might be the most incredible number of all, up to 90% vision accuracy. This is all about closing that gap between the movie you see in your head and the one that actually ends up on the screen. It means your final product is a much, much truer reflection of your original idea.
Which kind of brings us full circle, back to this one last big question. When all those technical walls to filmmaking get torn down this dramatically, the only thing left limiting you is your own imagination. It opens up the art of storytelling to a whole new universe of creators. So the question is, now that anything is possible, what story will you tell first?